17, West Broad Street, at Rendezvous Restaurant. Engine 6, Engine 10, Engine 1, Tug 3, and Battalion 1. Fire alarm. 17, West Broad Street, at Rendezvous Restaurant. Cross streets are North Bushy Street and North Adams Street. On at Channel 2. Time out, 17:52.
I guess he would stop testing as soon as I turn the camera on. Just my luck, I guess. Okay, that's GMRS 21. Been able to hear him direct in the parrot would chime in. I could hear that too. I think he's traveling. But for the most part, when I can hear that station, I can hear him direct, and then the parrot. He's already tried GMRS 17. Now he's on 21. It would also be nice if there was a different tone, courtesy tone, if you will, so that we wouldn't have to look at the display to see which frequency we're hearing this on. It'd also be convenient for the same. I mean, you could probably program that. I don't know if you can change the Roger beat for each memory in a Baofeng, for instance, so that when you change frequencies or repeater pairs, that's GMRS 20 direct. Might be a food truck or something on that channel throughout the day. Sometimes it's channel 16 for a different food truck maybe, or a restaurant. But again, it would be neat to program a different Roger beat per memory per GMRS pair. That way you could listen to throughout your scanning process and your memories. Of course, you'll probably have all the channels in there anyways, or just the repeater pairs. Every time someone changed frequencies, like changing repeater pairs, there would be a different courtesy tone on a repeater and a different courtesy tone, albeit possibly unnecessary, on the individual transceiver. But at least have a different courtesy tone on the two separate, parrot repeaters, simplex repeaters. I'm sure they are if they're present on an actual repeater. That's about right. Maybe my watch is a little fast. There's interesting things to think about in the GMRS repeater spectrum of that particular service. The city's kind of busy tonight. I just thought it was kind of interesting capturing that kind of communication in the evenings. It seems to be routine almost every evening for that station. I think I've talked to him once or twice, and direct, because I don't use those parrot repeaters. I don't have the PL tone selectability that you do on a Chinese radio. That there is a Motorola Radius CM300 I've shown before, but I don't have any user interface. It has to be programmed with the software. So it's set up the way it came, and the way it showed up. But I don't need it. I don't need the parrot because it's 2 miles from here, maybe, and I can talk to any station direct within that circumference, that radius. But still, either way, with your repeater pair or not, or the parrot.
4-story, middle of the road. Type 3 construction. Truck 3 will have broad street command maybe investigate.
Middle of the road? Huh. I lost my train of thought. I don't necessarily need the parrot, but it's there if you need it. That's why, well, it's, besides if you need it, it's there for experimental purposes, I'm sure. But anyways, it's rather easy to use either or, unless you're me, because I've got this. But it's a 45 watt radio, so excuse me, I really can't complain. I've had several conversations on it before, even direct, and make good use of it. I don't think there is a courtesy tone or Roger beep on that, which is fine. He's a little hard to understand with his accent. Again, that's GMRS 21 here in downtown Richmond, but it seems, I'm not sure how he's got it set up. It sounds like it's set up, instead of being directly wired to each other, that you have a speaker in front of a microphone and vice versa, voice activation, but I kind of doubt it for local privacy in an office setting or cubicle, as I understand it. But I think the audio gain on the transmitter is set a little too high, or the audio output on the receiver is set too high, so it sounds like it's overdriving the transmitter for one reason or another. And then you have audio gains for your microphone on your Chinese radio, which could be potentially set too high depending on how you use your radio. So just things that I think about when I hear those two systems on the air. If he's moving around.
15 West Broad, the Black Olive Pizzeria. Got no fire. We do have a sprinkler head flowing in the kitchen area.
I can't help but listening to the fire department when they finally start talking. They're not very busy, at least not on the radio, and then sometimes that app will shut itself down for some weird reason. It's like listening to aircraft or railroad. I feel fortunate to be able to hear it. Or at this service, if somebody pipes up and starts talking, fortunate enough to hear it because they're close enough to be heard. Or one of these pairs, they kind of activate, and of course you can hear those. So as many things as I run at one time, I'll stop and listen to a specific transmission just because it's there, or it's unusual, or something's happening, or everything else is quiet, or whatever's active is not as interesting as what I want to hear. And then here in the shack, I can turn one down and turn up the other. I used to have it set up where I could wear headphones and I could isolate everything into a soundboard and then adjust the volume there, but I guess I've gotten lazy. And I've also changed things around here a lot. Everything's kind of open air now. I don't use everything like I used to. I don't know about you, but I can really hear a difference in audio, and it's not very appealing. It's just the way it's set up. I don't know if that's its limitation, if it can be changed for the better. And as far as I understand, it's just two, I guess they're UV5R that are strung together with a parrot controller, repeater, simplex repeater controller in between, for lack of a better way to describe it, which really isn't a bad thing because the concept works. It's just, it sounds much different than a Part 90 type repeater setup. Everything all in one box.
17 West Broad. Check the panel. Yeah, but all the entrances there are blocked off by walls. It's just a lobby area.
I just thought it was interesting to point some of these things out. And somebody uses it outside of office hours, if you will. Like the time said earlier, it's after 6 p.m. So that particular office is closed. I doubt anybody's there listening to it if it is audible inside the office. But somebody tries to use it outside office hours. That was the point I was trying to make. And I don't hear near as much activity on that particular simplex operation, either or, as you would a normal repeater in any other service, or simplex in ham radio for that matter. But another aspect of that is my antennas aren't in the best of place to hear simplex.
Difficulty breathing. 2 South 17th Street at Markets with Apartments, Apartment 12. Talk 2. Difficulty breathing. 2 South 17th Street at Markets with Apartments, Apartment 12. Cross streets are East Main Street and East Perry Street. Contact channel 2. Timeout 1802.
As for being downtown, the aspect is advantageous, or the way that I'm set up. I can hear all these direct stations and not necessarily need a repeater. And it also works very well in Part 90 services, like business itinerant frequencies. They're moving around downtown. Of course, having somebody operate a tower crane is helpful. As many radios they have up there, there's a lot of channels to listen to, and different crew they talk to, whether it be in a vehicle or pedestrian or somebody working on a job site, what have you. They can talk to just about anybody in any different way. Probably even talk to the truck drivers on their way in or out. If they're working in a tower somewhere, a building that is, I could hear maintenance for elevators at the hospital, and that's 13, 14 floors over there, something like that. Helicopters are easy to hear on and off the pad. It doesn't matter if they use the hospital system repeater or not, or the statewide frequencies, or if they're using aircraft frequencies. They're up there on that building, and they're clear to hear anyway. Either way, I guess. Probably only two different ways to hear them anyways. So at that height, that level, that altitude, and being this close downtown, in conjunction with all that, it doesn't matter if I have an external antenna or just a rubber ducky on top of a scanner or radio, portable radio. They can be heard easily. And it's also neat. You've probably seen the videos before. Go outside with a portable radio and watch it all happen, at least as far as I can see, and listen to it at the same time. And the railroad's just the same with their mileposts right outside. You can listen to whatever traffic is in Amtrak Junction and watch the trains as they go by, or the maintenance of way when they come through and do their work.
Hi, Richmond from Broad Street, Command. That's wrong, Command.
But anyway, that was the
I've got a building representative with me. We're going to shut off the sprinkler to the restaurant 15 East Broad. The building is tied to 17, but that's the apartments. We just have a sprinkler activated in the kitchen of 15 East Broad.
that was the GMRS representation I wanted to display. Now that was a actual Part 90 radio on channel 20, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Is that a third parrot? I don't recall. 17 and 21, and maybe 20? I'll have to ask about that.
Where is RPD needed to block D? Can you stick to use eyes reference?
I'm going to start up this noisy amplifier. Good grief.
Stand by radio. We'll get you a location. It's just on Broad Street behind fire apparatus. It's just tight. And we have cars come real close to our people.
That fan needs some maintenance. A little attention there. Starts up like an old computer. Oh. Oh.
Command. We just need to lease the block.
See if I can disconnect. It's not that one. It's that one. I've got enough Androids here to connect to this thing. It's fun. Are we going to connect? I would like for you to connect, please. Anyways, I'll monkey with that off camera. You won't get to hear it, though.